I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. It is a huge milestone that you guys helped me reach, and I appreciate it so much. What's up, guys? I'm here with my UNPL Week 7 match versus OnesieBanette and his Solihull Scarmores. Make sure you guys check him out in the description down below. I have not played OnesieBanette in like probably 3 to 4 years. I cannot remember if it was 3 or 4 years. It was like it was forever. It was forever ago. It was the first season of the EWT. So make sure you guys check him out and all of the other UNPL coaches in the description down below. We are just going to lead with our Monkey Dory. We are Choice Scarf though, and this is a pretty good lead for us, and we are first this week, so we do see that that Iron Hands is not a Solvest, so this is going to take 1,000,000% to a Psychic and probably die. So I'm kind of doing calcs here and debating on what I want to do, if I can risk looking Psychic or wanting to Parting Shot out on the incoming Bronzong. But either way, we are going to get this Parting Shot off on a presumably the Bronzong, and it is going to be 10-10, which is the Bronzong, so we are going to make this the first turn read and get this Parting Shot off, and then go into probably, which honestly, okay, we are Belly Drum Azumarill this week, so sorry for the lack of information on this team, but we are Belly Drum Azumarill. We are a Life Orb Infernape, obviously. We have the Tropical Berry, Ursulin, and Blood Moon, and then we also have Protective Pads. Ogerpon, which Ogerpon is not needed that much at this point. You'll see that it's like this Pokemon doesn't really do that well because he didn't bring. There was a Pokemon, I can't remember off the top of my head, that he didn't bring, but yeah, right now I'm debating if I can go into my Azumarill and just Belly Drum up at this point and just win, because I did lower his special attack. I did lower the Bronzong special attack and attack, so it can't really do anything. Doesn't learn Haze, but the safer play is to just go Infernape at this point and get off a Flare Blitz on something, because my opponent doesn't really have anything that wants to switch into this. So we're just going to get a Flare Blitz. We can also U-turn, we can also Will-O-Wisp. A whole lot of things we can do here. Like you can see, we saw my opponent's team. We're just going to go ahead and click Flare Blitz, because even if my opponent decides to go Ogerpon, then we can Mach Punch if we need to. We can Will-O-Wisp that thing. Can do a whole lot of things. Infernape is very crucial this match, so really need to use it accordingly. But my opponent could probably switch into the Iron Hands, could switch into the Ogerpon, could switch into Chi-Yu, but all of these Pokemon don't want to, like Ogerpon and Chi-Yu do not want to take a CC to the face. So the safest switch is probably going to be the Iron Hands, and we do see the Iron Hands coming in. So we are going to get a big Flare Blitz off on the Iron Hands, and we see we do a decent chunk. It's about 49%-ish, right below 50, so we are going to be able to probably just Will-O-Wisp this thing though, because we can Wisp this and we can negate this Pokemon very easily, because we saw that it wasn't a Lumberry. This could be a rest set of some sort, but if it is, then we can find that out. But we can Wisp and see how much damage they do, and if they don't do a whole lot of damage, then I'm not too worried about this thing. And Infernape can kind of just set in front of it to an extent. But we do Wisp this thing, so we are going to burn the Iron Hands, which is nice. And my opponent clicks Drain Punch and does a decent chunk, actually. Did more than I thought it would do. I get it's an Iron Hands, but I have been slandering the Iron Hands name since John said it was good. And I mean, like, I've been told it's good. Every time I played against it, though, it doesn't do that good. Like, you see now, it's not really doing much. But at this point, I'm going to go into my Georana, the Ogerpon, because I'm assuming it's going to be a Wild Charge here, or even if they click Drain Punch, then we can still chew it up. I really don't see an Ice Punch coming out, or like a CC. I don't think my opponent would be CC and Drain Punch, so at this point I'm just trying to call a Drain Punch or a Wild Charge, or if it's even an Electric type move. So because my opponent could be trying to call me going into Torn, my Tornadus Therian form, so yeah, they do Wild Charge, so I get to play right there. It does nothing, and at this point, like I said, my Ogerpon is not needed that much. Like, it can't hit Lilligant, it cannot hit YANMEGA, it can hit Bronzong, I think, yeah, with Knockoff, but it's not really needed, because if Chi-Yu Scarf it outspeeds, we do have a speed type with Ogerpon. I mean, we can hit that thing pretty well, but I'm debating on clicking Play Rough here, and it's a roll to kill anyways, or depending on their spread, I can't remember the exact spread. It wasn't a roll to kill, it was like after burn or something, but if they Drain Punch, then it's whatever. But I am going to click Trailblaze here, because if I Trailblaze, then I am able to outspeed everything on my opponent's team, barring a YANMEGA getting like 2 protects off with and getting 2 speed boost off before, you know what I mean, getting a double protect. So my opponent does click Drain Punch and does a lot of damage, and that crit is kind of unfortunate, but not really, didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because I'm just kind of throwing Ogerpon out there. I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can, and I realized at this point I did not prep for a Lilligant, so I don't know why I'm even trying to get this Trailblaze off. I should have just played roughed in the first place and tried to see if I got the roll. So we're going to get this Play Rough off now and hope that we take this Pokemon out. That's the goal. We got Play Rough, and we do not kill this thing, because this thing is super bulky, I will say that. My opponent does have CC into his Drain Punch, so good bring on my opponent's part. But we are going to hang on by a sliver. And at this point, obviously, the Iron Hands is very, very, very low. It's at like 2 HP. So I could click Trailblaze here and outspeed, what is it? Just, it didn't really matter. The 2x speed YANMEGA if I somehow needed that, but I'm just going to click knock off on the potential switch, I believe. I think I clicked knock off. Knock off on the potential switch, because if this is Bronzong, then we're going to knock off the item. But we do see my opponent goes into Lilligant, and at this point my opponent's like, yeah, we just wall this Ogerpon, because I'm not Swords Dance, and you see we do no damage with that knockoff, which is crazy. You will see after this week, I made a lot of transactions, so I will put that on the screen at the end of the match. But Ogerpon is no longer with us, guys. Ogerpon is no longer on the squad, I will say that. Nor is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Mons on that screen, so, or not 4. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, 4 of the Pokemon that I brought against this in this match are no longer on the team, so really trying to make this playoff push, if we cannot tell. Trying to change up my team a little bit. But at this point, I'm trying to debate if I really want to keep this Ogerpon around, because it's not needed. Like, I'm looking and I'm like, it's really not needed. It's just fodder to everything, so I don't really know why I brought it. Probably could have brought a Silazar, or even my Earthworm, but at this point I'm trying to see what does the most damage, and I just end up picking Ivy Cudgel, because I could get a crit here and it could do a lot more. And you see I bring him down to about 40 or 55 or something like that, and Onesie is going to make the good play and click Quiver Dance there, which I was scared of, but at this point there's not much I can do. Just got to kind of roll with it, let them kill me, and then go into my Torn. We are going to play rough, and we still have speed, which was crazy to me, and they're going to Giga Drain. So my opponent's pretty low health, and I can just go into Torn and click Heat Wave pretty easily, because if my opponent is going to call like a Hurricane and go into Bronzong, they're going to take a Heat Wave to the face. If they go Chi-Yu, that's fine. They're going to, it's free chip for me. Like, I'll take free chip any day. Or yeah, do I end up going into the, I might end up going to the Monkey Dory, actually. I think I went to the Monkey Dory. I lied. But Monkey Dory is also pretty free, because I can just click Parting Shot if I really want to. Psychic is pretty free as well, even on that Bronzong switch. But I thought I went Torn. That's my fault, guys. But I am going to go Monkey Dory here. And my opponent really, like, the only switch into this thing is that Bronzong. And if that Bronzong was weakness policy, that'd be kind of scary, because the Shadow Ball would do nothing. Pop its weakness policy, and then it could kind of actually go in. But at this point in the match, like, I'm still kind of feeling fine with this stuff, because like I am okay with like perfectly okay with my positioning at this point. And my opponent is gonna sack the Iron Hands, which is what I was hoping. So I click Psychic and I get the Psychic off. So pick up another KO. The play was definitely to go Torn there. I don't know why I did not go Tornadus, but that's okay. We're gonna click Psychic, and my opponent probably just can go into the Bronzong, but they do decide to go into the Chi-Yu, knowing that I am probably Scarf locked in. And if you look on my team, my only switch into this is Azumarill, so don't really have much of a switch into this thing. So I just go right out into it, because we'll see how much damage I do, or how much damage that Chi-Yu does. If it's Specs, it can 2-hit KO me, and we can see what they decide to go for here. And Onesie's going to click Lava Plume, so I'm kind of scared on a burn here, and it does a whole lot of damage, but it is no burn. So I'm calcing here, and at this point, it could be like Modest Scarf, or it could be Timid Specs, whatever. But I would into this matchup, I would believe it would be Modest Scarf, because it can outspeed all of my Pokemon other than, I mean, like if I was a Scarf Ogerpon, or if I was Scarf Monkey Dory. Scarf Monkey Dory can outspeed it. But it doesn't matter, because if I lock into Psychic like I just did prior, which was a bad play on my end, that's why I should have went Tornadus in the first place, then I wouldn't have been in this situation and had to give that much damage. But at this point, I'm looking, and I'm like, I can click Belly Drum and win the game. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click Belly Drum and hope to win the game. I'm going to say, fuck it, Weeball. Get this Belly Drum off, smack in my fucking tummy, and hope for the best. This Chiyu hits me with the Overheat, then I could die. But I do believe it is locked. And they do switch, so at this point, I'm like, yo, is that 2 Gs? Is that GG? Because they go into 10-10, and this thing just fucking drops to a +6 knockoff. So we get this Belly Drum off, smacking the hell out of my stomach. And we're going to get the Citrus Berry. And at this point, I am feeling like I'm in the driver's seat. Like, obviously, I'm down them on. I just kind of gave them over Ogerpon. But I still did a whole lot of damage to the Lilligant. And I also did a lot of damage to the Iron Hands. So, like, at this point, like, I was like, the Iron Hands is dead, but, like, I chipped that down and also chipped down the Lilligant a whole lot. So, Ogerpon did its job, but, like, Azumarill can just go in here. Like, this is a free KO. So, my opponent is going to switch out and sack the Lilligant. So, if, like, at this point, I really had wished that I had Hazards up. Because if I had Rocks up, if I was Rocks Ape, and I got Stealth Rock up on the Flare Blitz play that I clicked, turn whatever, when my opponent decided to go into the Iron Hands, I think I won, but I didn't have Rocks. I mean, like, that's if buts. Like, I'm just saying I wish I had Rocks. Like, it didn't matter, because I would have broke this Pokemon sturdy. Like, I would have won at this point, but I didn't bring Rocks, which is on me. So obviously I click Aqua Jet here, and I'm gonna do a bajillion %, but my opponent is gonna have the sturdy, getting sturdy with it, and is going to kill me with the Ivy Cudgel. So Azumarill ended up taking out the Lilligant, and also brought the Ogerpon down to 1%. So I'm still feeling fine with this. I'm still feeling fine. I still have a Scarf Monkey Dory. I still have my Chople, Ursaluna Blood Moon. I still have my Torn, and I still have my Infernape. So I'm like, Infernape can Mach Punch the Chiyu. Infernape can Mach Punch this thing. You can Flare Blitz the Bronzong. I can kill the YANMEGA. And I'm going to be up front. I did not prep for the YANMEGA very well, which is on me. But like, you looking at my team, YANMEGA kind of eats the rest of my Pokemon up. So at this point, I'm debating on what I can do. And I'm like, I could just go into Torn. I can go Monkey Dory. I can go into a lot of things. And I'm still debating it, but I think I do go into my Torn, because Torn is like the overall safe bet. Because like, obviously this thing can't outspeed me because it didn't click Trailblaze there. Or it can't have an item because it has the Cornerstone Mask as its item. I'm going to click Heat Wave here though, because if my opponent wants to keep this thing alive as a sack piece, or if there's some rest set or something, I can just get this Heat Wave off on the Bronzong coming in, and we can see what my opponent's Bronzong spread is, because if the spread isn't very specially defensive, then I can 2-hit KO that thing. So we do take those. So I'm going to Heat Wave and see if they go into the Bronzong. Worst case scenario, they go into the Chiyu, but that is a really, really tough read. Like, I don't think they could ever go into that Chiyu, calling the Heat Wave. But I mean, I'm going to click Heat Wave here. I could miss, and if I miss, that sucks. I'm going to probably give them Pulisic, my Torn T, and then I have to pick up the pieces from there and figure it out. But either way, we do get the Heat Wave off, and you will see that Onesie does decide to swap into that Bronzong. So I'm going to be able to see what my opponent's spread is, because if it's not especially defensive, I can 2-hit KO this thing, and I get the Heat Wave off, and you see I do literally exactly 50%. And this is a roll, and I play Pokemon for fun. I'm not going to try to completely sweat the calcs here. I looked at the calcs and it hurt my head to try to figure out if like they would actually live this if I got a high roll or if it was a low roll on this set or yada yada yada. So I'm just gonna go Key Wave again because fuck it, we ball. Why not? Like maybe I should have doubled into my Infernape. I really didn't want Infernape just taking like a loose Psychic or something. Like really not worth it in my eyes. So, and Torn can obviously regenerate, or has the ability to regenerate, so I can heal any damage from this Pokemon because Bronzong is not very strong. So we can roll with the punches better, even if I miss this Heat Wave or if I don't pick up the KO here. Roll with the punches better if they do decide to attack me, and we can see what they go for. Or if they even stay in, because they could definitely go into the GU. But I do get this Heat Wave off, and we don't get the roll. It's going to live on like 1 HP, whatever HP it was. They are going to get rocks up. So, not the best case scenario because the Infernape's going to take rocks. So is my other 2 Pokemon. Torn's the only Pokemon I think that I had boots on this week, but like, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to be able to just kill this thing though, and then go from there, because once we kill this, we are able to just click Hurricanes pretty freely, but we will see. So we click Heat Wave, and we do pick up the KO on the Bronzong. So if they go into Chi-Yu, then they are Scarf, obviously. If they go YANMEGA, then they're probably going to Protect to get the speed boost off. If they go into the... What Pokemon do they have left? Ogerpon, then I outspeed it and I kill it. So they're going to go to Chi-Yu. And at this point, I'm like, I live any one hit because they're Scarf, probably Scarf Modest. If they overheat, I die. But you go with it. Like, I'm telling you guys, I play Pokemon for fun. I said for fun. For fun. So, like, I was looking at Calcs and I was like, Overheat can kill me. Fire Blast High Roll has a chance to kill me. So I'm going to stay in and click Hurricane here. Really wish I had Focus Blast, but we can click Hurricane and do a whole lot of damage and go from there. My opponent is going to click Fire Blast and not pick up the KO on me, and I'm going to click Hurricane and I'm going to miss. Which this miss sucks a whole lot because we did like 60 to 70. So at this point, I'm kind of aggravated because like I missed a Hurricane. I mean, but it's a 70% accurate move, so like you're bound to miss it. Like, but my opponent is going to switch out now and give me damage on this, which I'm going to kill this Ogerpon is what I meant. And I do pick up the KO on the Ogerpon, which is nice. I do hit that Hurricane. But at this point, I'm kind of letting the rest of my team kind of can just get swept by the YANMEGA. So yeah, YANMEGA comes in here and I'm like, oh shit, what set is this? This is Speed Boost. Does this just win? So my thought process is I click Hurricane, I go into Monkey Dory, I live any one hit because of the the SPDF investment that I have. I have like 40 something, I think, or something like that. I lived any one hit from this thing, and I can Psychic or Sludge Wave or whatever into Mach Punch, and then from there I could still win because I can Mach Punch the Chi-Yu and be fine. That was my thought process. But you are going to see that that's not how this plays out. We're going to Heat Wave. This Pokemon's going to kill us with Bug Buzz. And you'll see Onesie brought some heat. They are the Throat Spray Bug Buzz set. So definitely some heat by Onesie. So they are at +1 attack and that +2 speed at this point. And I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know what to do. We're going to go Monkey Dory. We can live any one hit. And honestly, I've thought about this more after the match. I end up clicking an attacking move here. I probably could have parting shotted out. That was definitely the play because I parting shotted out and then I went into my Ursaluna Blood Moon. I lived any one hit because I lowered their special attack back down to neutral. And I killed them with a Blood Moon. And then after that, Monkey Dory was Scarf and the Infernape won me the game. I'm like 90% certain that's how that would have played out. While we're just sitting here, I'm going to double check that though, because I don't want to just be, I mean, I made the misplay. It's on me, so it's not like it was like hacks or anything. I misplayed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have taken this Pokemon out with the Blood Moon, or it would have been in range of Mach Punch. But I misplay here, and I click Sludge Wave, so that's on me. Because Monkey Dory is not going to be able to do enough damage, and we aren't going to be able to net a poison with the Sludge Wave. I think Sludge Wave has, what, a 10% chance to poison? Does it have a 10% chance to poison? Maybe. I'm going to double check that, because now I actually am curious. It has a 10% chance to poison. But yeah, we did have 48 Spadette Phoebes. But we definitely should have parting shot it out there and went into the Ursula and Blood Moon. But at this point in the match, like I said, Onesie positioned himself incredibly with this YANMEGA. He played so well to get himself in the position where YANMEGA could just sweep the rest of my team. So props to him, man. He really put in the work this week. He's a great battler anyways. I knew that going into this match. But he really did position himself incredibly, because I feel like I was playing pretty well up until that point, and then he just took the game over. Like, I was like, oh shit. Huh. And at this point, I also, when I was calcing, I didn't calc the Mach Punch. I forgot that YANMEGA quad resisted quad resisted fighting, which, I mean, is on me. I don't feel like I played horribly. I made the misplay at the end by not parting shotting out into the Blood Moon, and then clicking Blood Moon or Smackdown, whatever I would have clicked. It would have put him in range of Mach Punch. I'm like 90% certain, so. But that is fine. That is fine. You make misplays, you lose games, that's whatever. This Giga Drain killed, and I was like, oh. Like, I don't know what I was calcing, but I didn't think that it killed. But I don't think I was calculating the +1 special attack when I was doing it. I was really caught up in that I was losing to the YANMEGA, which was my fault because I didn't prep, and Onesie also played amazing in positioning it. But that's going to be GG's to Onesie. Like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, make sure you guys check him out. He is a great battler, and has been doing pretty well this generation. And like, just go sub for this YANMEGA sweep. He swept me with YANMEGA, dude. YANMEGA is a crazy good Pokemon with low tier, or just being a low tier mon in general. Like, it's super slept on. I have to play it next week in GBU, Terra YANMEGA, so against Lars, so Elsizor, which is going to be crazy hard. But yeah, we do lose to Onesie, which is fine. Your MORPEKO United are going to lose or move to 3 and 4. Playoff hopes are still very much so alive. The drops that I did, I'm going to pop up on the screen right now. But like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, make sure you guys check out Onesie. He swept me with YANMEGA. Fucking swept me with YANMEGA. YANMEGA got 4 kills. YANMEGA is a crazy good Pokemon that is slept on. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that sub button. I just hit 500 subs, so thank you guys so much for that. This is going to be it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.